Good morning, you heathens. I'm just kidding. Today is Monday, November 25th. So about 5 days until wedding day. I know this because Dylan is relentless with the flirting. He wants me so bad. It's like weird to say this because it feels in a weird way conceited, but he wants me so bad. Like he's just ready to get married. We've been abstaining from sex. And so I get it. I get it. As a man, I'm sure there's a lot more temptations that kind of occur versus a woman. But I mean, we're sexual beings too, but we definitely don't have the same desires or a frequency of sex thoughts as men. So anyways, so yesterday, or actually honestly, this entire weekend was magnificent. Saturday night, we've been going to church. We go to a 5 o'clock service at Pillar Church. We love it there. If you guys are in Arizona and you're looking for a church that goes deep, Pillar Church, Scottsdale, Arizona is it. So aside from that, we went to church, brought like a couple of our friends, like a handful of our friends. 3 of them was the first time. We re-brought back some, but needless to say, just very proud to be able to bring more people to the house of God, and especially our church that we're really looking forward to volunteering in. We did that Saturday night, and then we went out to have dinner. Our friends took us out to celebrate our wedding because they're not going to be able to make it to the ceremony. But it was just a really, really cool experience. It's just really fun to get to know another couple that we love and adore. This is a week out or 5 days out from wedding day. We get married on Saturday, November 30th. It'll also be our 3-year anniversary. It'll also be at the same place that we got engaged at. We're not getting married there, but we're still having everybody come to that same spot. It's an Airbnb that Dylan's business partner allows us to rent out at a discounted price. But yeah, it's crazy because this week we are definitely going to need to push for work. We are trying to stop working by Wednesday so we can have Thanksgiving completely off, which we don't plan on doing anything, but except maybe preparing for a wedding. And then that's it. We're off for the whole weekend preparing to, at least me preparing to become Mrs. Warder. Say what? Okay. Yeah, it's going to be new. That's going to be new. Yesterday we went to a Friendsgiving. The food, I brought some home and I probably shouldn't have because I'm still trying to fit in my dress, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. Okay, we will make it happen. Come with me to work off all of the crap that I just put my body through. I gotta do leg day. I know that you guys have seen nothing but leg days from me. Not nothing but leg days, but like mostly leg days. And you're just gonna have to deal with it because I need to work on a big body part. Your girl is fupaing. We fupaing. Also, check out my new gym bag. I'm going this is like my new favorite color. Not brown, but like a champagne kind of color. I got my phone case, kind of the champagne color. Same thing with my water bottle. I'm just very matchy all the time. Like, come on. To the gym. I'm ready to do another leg day. And obviously we're gonna have to do a warm up. So vitally important, guys, if you are trying to build muscle. The whole point of building muscle is that you lift heavy enough weights where it creates micro tears within your muscle so that when your muscle decides to heal itself, it basically builds more muscle on top of it, creating more muscles, more tone within your body. It's gonna be sore, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So if you are not warming up before your workouts, highly encourage that you do so before your body gets actually damaged, right? So warm up your body. I had to learn this the hard way because I'm stubborn and ignored all of the suggestions, but now I'm 33 and I definitely feel when I don't warm up. So let's warm up. First of all, check out my shoes. If you guys have not seen Vivo shoes, These are my favorite ones to work out in because they're basically barefoot shoes. I don't know if you guys have seen me before, but I usually take off my shoes when I have anything with padding to do when I'm doing my legs. But because these are so low to the ground, I don't have to take them off. So if you guys want Vivo shoes, I think they're pretty bomb. So let's do like just a quick little warm up. Oh, you guys, today I am definitely feeling a bit of the soreness still on my neck from the day that we did yoga and tweaked it because I was being silly and not paying attention to to what that would actually do. But yeah, I definitely still feel that kink in my neck. So we're gonna try and see if today's workout can be done without pulling my neck. I just know that I have to burn some freaking food off because this past weekend, man, we went in on the food. Went in. Okay. So I normally don't do these, but the fact that it's out here, I feel like I'm willing to today. So I'm going to do these today, do a little bit of a different workout because I know y'all be getting tired of my leg days. So we're gonna switch it up for you. We're gonna start off with the 25. Keep this there. Week before getting married up in Sedona, I'm super, super excited to call this man my husband. It's kind of been a long time coming. Honestly, the only reason why we put it off for as long as we did, I think, is mostly through financial means. We were trying to save up and have like this bigger wedding, and then we were like, maybe we should just go travel. And it was just we were very indecisive with what we actually wanted to do with the wedding. But now that we have our plans set in stone, it's gonna be nice. Like, we're gonna enjoy having a simple elopement and nothing too crazy. So yeah, it'll be good. Genuinely actually excited for all the things to come. I also feel like 2025 is going to be an insanely good year. I don't know if you guys feel the same as I do, but something is shifting in this world for sure. And I feel it in my bones that 2025 is about to be such a magnificent year. I mean, this year was pretty amazing as is. We started our year last year in the Philippines and in Bali and doing that whole trip. Started off crazy, and then we had a little bit of a dip financially, right? But we're back up again. Such is entrepreneurship. And this is the first time since Dylan and I have been together that we've had this long, both of us had this long inconsistency in showing up every single day, doing all the things that we need to for our businesses. And this is the first time that it's actually, like, the results are showing. The fruit is fruiting. No, that's the thing. Okay, we're gonna keep doing these. I actually am enjoying this and it's not hurting my neck. So we're gonna add a 25-pound weight. Now, okay, let's get it. Proper form. What I love to do to make sure my form is always correct is if I have something on the floor that I could position my feet so that they're in the exact same, like a marker almost, then I will definitely do it. So here I have the color of this black block. So this is where I know I'll put my feet. And from there, when I bend over, I want to make sure that my back is always straight. Never want to have a curved back, especially if you're picking things up. You want to use all of your weight here in your quads, back quads, and your butt. So when I'm picking up, I'm making sure my back is straight and lifting. And then you flex at the top. And all your weight should be in the back. But you see how I'm just hinging at the waist. I'm not bending my back, not bending over. Instead, all the power is being driven from them cheeks and quads. Okay, this is a good warm up. We're gonna keep adding weight to that because that feels good. I don't know if I'm gonna go 45. I think I'm gonna put in another 25. Lots of thoughts running through my mind as a soon-to-be married woman. I'm honestly, it's hard to actually keep track of all my thoughts right now. My focus is, what do I need to get done with work so that I can take Wednesday off and feel good about taking Wednesday all the way till basically Monday afternoon off. So I have a lot of filming today, a lot of things I need to do. So my mind's kind of circling around those ideas. But other than that, I don't think, I'm definitely not having any feelings or moments of doubt or regret. I'm 100% certain of marrying this man, and I'm super excited because before, when I got married, I definitely had doubts, and even had doubts in saying yes in the first place. But this man, I just know that we are supposed to be together. I know that he's the one. So I'm just honestly excited. I think when Dylan and I are having conversation, it's brought up every conversation basically, where we're wow, we're getting married next week. Wow, we're getting married next week. Wow, we're getting married next week. And how wild is that? I will say I'm starting to feel a little bit of a kink here in my neck. So we're gonna keep trying. If this hurts me, I'm gonna have to go to more just body weight instead of picking up weights, which makes me sad because I really need to work off what I did this past weekend. Honestly, I could probably do a little detox just this week alone. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. I might have to. But anyways, let's keep going here. I'm a little too far out now. Hey, it hurts my hands. Sorry guys, I can't have a conversation while I'm doing this because it's kind of heavy. I will say, I'm still reading. It's going to be a minute before I finish that book, but We Who Wrestle with God. So freaking good. Today, we're diving in. I finally left the introduction, and we're diving into the first chapter, which is him covering God, creation, Genesis, the separation between heaven and earth, light and darkness, basically the contrast that God creates. And remember how I told you in the last episode about how character is defined based off of our aim and interpretation of what is good and bad. And today he kind of talked about how God's character is basically all that is good. So it's he is the good moral compass that most of us agree upon, as far as loving one another, as far as not committing murder, treating other humans with love and compassion. And he also is starting to dive into creation as God's entity and who he is, what he is as a character, creation. And it really made me think about how beautiful humans actually are when it comes to being able to think up, conjure up something magnificent in their heads and actually be able to bring these things into reality. That is creation. And only humans are really capable of doing such beautiful things. Obviously, we have AI coming up and stuff, and AI can create some pretty fascinating things through studying other human interactions, other human input. I've seen ChatGPT create some pretty crazy thumbnails for YouTube and like visuals. So AI is, in a sense, creating, but definitely not on the same scale as humans can create. And let me do one more set of this. Actually, I'm probably going to do 2 more sets. I do twinkle toe setup. Okay, let me try here. Ooh. So I have to reposition myself after a minute. I need some water. He needs some milk. Boop. I think creation is so fascinating, and which is probably why I cherish and love humans, because we are the embodiment of creation. And so it's cool to think of ourselves as creators. And I do truly believe that fundamentally, as the human species is, at our purest forms, not tainted by limiting beliefs, not tainted by negativity, not tainted by self-sabotage, but at our purest essence and our truest selves, I think that all of us are actually creators. And we all desire to create, which is why even people who are not taking action in their day-to-day lives still dream about creating a life that they desire. And so that thought process, our consciousness in and of itself is a creator. So I know sometimes you, or maybe other people out there, are watching this video and you're like, I'm definitely not a creative. I don't paint, I don't dance, I'm not into music. Like, all of that sounds like that's what creation is, but that is it's a different form of art. But at the end of the day, all of us are creatives. All of us can think of an image in our heads and really see and experience that memory as if it were happening today. And so that is a creative thought process of your consciousness. Let's get it. That being said, as we create, I feel like a lot of the reasons why many people are not happy with their lives is because, in essence, we are meant to be creative. And so what happens when we end up putting ourselves in these boxes that society tells us, we start to believe what people tell us about ourselves, start to think, oh, well, I'm definitely not capable of running a business, or I'm definitely not capable of falling in love or finding someone who will love me. When we start to believe these thoughts, we start to put ourselves in a box, and we limit our ability to create the life that we actually want. And so I think it's through this that people become fundamentally unhappy with their lives, because they're not able to break free from the mold, and their natural desire is to create, to see the things that they create, to build. With this, there obviously has to be a contrast between creators and the people who build it, right? The visionary versus the implementer. There needs to be a contrast, because if all of us were creating and visionaries, who would actually put them into place? Like, for example, which is why I think, again, human species are so fascinating and beautiful, because we all have different skill sets. But when I think about how Dylan and I were created, I am very much a visionary, right? Like, I like to think outside the box. When I'm planning things that are creative, I don't stick into a shell. And Dylan, he's getting more access to his creativity, but he still thinks in a very like structured, logical sense. When he's creating, his ideas are just more logical. And he doesn't like to mess up in some of his content. Like he enjoys seeing everything refined, whereas I'm more of a messy creative where I will literally try anything and, keep throwing spaghetti at the wall until something sticks kind of girl. Whew. Hi. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good. I was just talking about you.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Well, I was just talking about creativity and how humans are, I think, fundamentally creatives. And when we don't have the power to create and we stick ourselves in a box, that we are essentially unhappy because we are not living the life that we believe we can create. So, and then I was talking about how you and I have two very different creative brains. Like mine is a very messy, throw spaghetti at the wall type of creative. I'm more of like the visionary, but with the ideas, they just kind of float in the sky. Whereas Dylan is a creative in that sense too, but more like implementer and can actually put a structure around it. Yeah. So my creations are more outside the box, but yours gives you the power to actually create it. Yeah. So, which if you go into human design, I'm a generator and you're
manifesting generator.
Yeah. So exactly different, but anyways.
Yeah, I feel like it's creation with structure. Yeah. But outside the box.
Yeah.
So So you can still the mold, but with structure. So it's like a process of like pushing the line, solidifying, pushing the line, solidifying, where yours just doesn't have any.
There's no walls. Yeah. I'm just like, well, let's try this, and if it doesn't work, then try a different way. But it's cool because both of us have the ability to think outside the box. And so, anyways, I'm just going down a rabbit hole of creation and creatives. And I think this is also why humans are also designed to desire to create in the purest form, as in create families and children.
Okay, I'm ready to do the things to lead to creation of life.
I told you, he's been relentless. I shared a little bit. I was like, I'm like, it's weird to say this out loud, but like, he wants me.
Hey, you have been too, so.
Yeah, I've been all over him.
I've never been so sexually harassed in my own household as I have been in the last few weeks.
Okay. Yeah. We both have a lot of sexual harassment going on in the household.
Harassment.
A lot of harassment.
I'm going to go grab my stuff upstairs and get to work, though, and let you continue your workout and your lifting and life lessons.
Okay. You got my message? We're not going to do the walk? I
didn't get your message.
Oh, okay.
I was working out.
Okay. Well, I sent you a text message about if we're still going to take our walk. What are you doing? Stop that. Stop it. I love you. Bye. Okay, that was a fun guest appearance. We're going to keep pushing. We got Bavarian split squatch, and these hurt my butt, and my back, and my neck, and everything else. Make sure we're good here. We're Gucci, dude. I'll do 10 more on this side. I'm going to stay focused here for a second. I'm doing slow so that I can build, because really you don't have to lift super heavy. I mean, it is good to lift super heavy, but when you are doing these, if you're lifting light, what you want to focus on is time under tension. So that means how long are you allowing yourself to carry this excess weight? And if you can slow down your movements, then your muscle will be spending more time trying to keep this weight up rather than at a stable position or a stagnant position. Static, I think is what I'm trying to say. So slow movements, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I feel so sluggish from all the food I ate this weekend. I'm like ready to take a nap again. That's how tired I feel. I kid you not, I had 2 full big ass plates of food. I don't even know how much I put on my plate. Finished it all. Finished all the dessert. I had sweet potato pie. I had like baklava or something like that. I had turkey, stuffing, gravy, my enchilada pie. Like, it's not okay. Some weird like shrimp, sweet, breaded something, deviled eggs. I don't know. I have no regrets because I loved every freaking bite. But my goodness, I feel it. Man, it's crazy. When you have a neck cramp, I feel like for me it's kind of making hearing a little bit weird. That's how tweaked it is. And I feel like I have this ongoing headache. But it's fine. We'll figure it out. Don't feel bad for me. I feel bad for me enough. So don't pity me. There you go. It's not hurting too bad. Okay, let me stabilize my back here. Let me just put support on my neck just in case. Okay. That's good. Let's add some weight. I feel like that has been something that's kind of been ruminating in my mind for a little bit lately, more recently, is creation and creativity and what I'm doing now, which I'm honestly feeling very proud at where I have come in life as far as being able to make a living off of making content off of something that I love and enjoy doing. And I'm not making like millions by any means, but I'm making enough to pay my bills. And that's just my money. It feels very good to be able to say that after 5 years of truly committing to content creation full time and leaving real estate, leaving, a 6-figure income I was creating off of real estate into making nothing, not shit for like 5 years almost, means a lot. And so I'm not saying this to show off. I'm simply telling you because creation in and of itself takes time. Like building something worthwhile takes time. Let's see if I can keep this balanced here without... No. Hey Siri. Fuck me. I have so many alarms that tell me to post every single freaking day and it's really annoying. Anyways, let's keep going. You know what I could use is the Bella Booty. Actually, you know what? We're gonna try it. I forget that I have this contraption. It's called the Bella Booty, and it's basically a belt that you can attach dumbbells to, and here it is. So you put the weight like this, and you just strap it on in there. Just like this. All right. I don't know how, but I'm hungry even though I'm so full. I just literally want more of that freaking cornbread. Ooh, hold up. Okay, wait, we like it. See what I mean though? The weight is kind of like turning around. Freaking glute bridges hurt. Okay. What I want to wrap up this lesson with is, if we're not creating as humans in our day-to-day, in our businesses, in our minds, if we're not dreaming, if we're not having visions, if we're not planning or having desires or something to aim for, something to shoot for, I do truly believe that you as a human will be not happy with your life. I think that we need to be creating in order to have fulfillment in what we do. Now, if you are in a business or if you work for somebody and you feel like you don't have the freedom to create things, it doesn't mean that you have to start a business to be able to create, but spend time by yourself and journal about your dreams, your desires. When you do this, it is, in essence, your ability to create. So when you sit down and you plan your goals, like for 2025, take the day off or find time on the weekend to write down your vision and your plans for next year. That action in and of itself will help you to create something, to create a life that is going to be well worth living, fulfillment in what you do. Now, of course, you can create the vision and not implement or execute, but maybe this year, instead of you creating a new year, new you write down your plans, your vision, your goal, and actually create a plan or structure to execute on it. And do one thing at a time. Focus on one big major goal that would shift your life. And when you do that, you'll actually start to see that you have a lot more control over your life than you believe to have. I think I too have to find some time, not this weekend because I'm getting married, but next weekend I actually want to sit down. This is a little later in the year for me to start planning 2025. I usually start in October, but this year it's been so busy. But if you put some time aside and do that, I guarantee that your spirit will feel happier. It'll give you something to look forward to. And if you choose top three goals that you want to accomplish this year and make it something that you know is obtainable, right? You don't want to shoot too far into the future where it doesn't seem realistic, because when you fall short, you'll start to feel like you're not capable and it'll actually set you back. But instead, choose 3 top goals that are obtainable but still cause you to stretch yourself and push yourself, and shoot for those goals and create a plan, right? Reverse engineer the process. So if your goal is to grow in your social media following, I'm just using this as a reference because it's all that I can refer to as a content creator. If your goal is to grow your following to, 50,000 on Instagram, right? Then how do you reach that goal? Well, you probably need to be posting every day. What does that look like for you? Maybe you start posting once every other day, and then when you can get that into a routine, like a month's worth of you doing so, maybe you add to it. Then you get to posting every single day. And what else do you need to do? Maybe look up some keywords. Your plan has to be structured around your livelihood and how you're living your day to day. And when you do this, you can actually start to see yourself execute on the plan and create the life that you want. Don't overwhelm yourself. Like, if the goal that you're shooting for is one goal is like freaking huge, then focus on that one goal until you execute, and then update your list every couple of months. When you are ready to revisit, I do mine quarterly. I revisit my vision plan, my goals, and then I tell myself, if they're still in alignment, because sometimes I'll create a goal early in the year and then I realize I'm like, oh wait, that actually doesn't bring me joy anymore, and I'll have to take it off. But what I'm saying is, revisit your vision. See, this is too much. This isn't gonna stay on my butt. Let me try this one more time. We are humans, and part of our essence to live a fulfilling life is, 1, to feel good about it. Like, your moral compass has to feel in alignment, which is God. God's character is good, which is why I believe you have to have faith or belief in something bigger than you, and an essence or an entity that represents good over evil. So I think at our base, humans are good. Not that we don't sin, but good-hearted. Most of us desire to live a heroic life, desire to bring happiness to people. It's only through life getting its hands on us and us getting traumatized that we start to develop evil thoughts. So a foundation of good. And I think another essence of living a fulfilling life is one where you get to create. And so if you work for somebody and you don't have the ability to create a business, you don't have the ability to spend much time in your creation, I encourage you this year, 2025 coming up. And it's still not too late if you want to pick up in December, but most people want to wait until they start next year. So if you're one of those people, find time to create a vision and a plan for your year and how it will go, and create the simple thought of thinking these thoughts and putting them in your head and putting them down on paper is a process of creation. And I'm telling you, your spirit, your heart will thrive and love the creation of something bigger for yourself. So that's it, guys. That is my life lesson for today. Creation is a beautiful thing. I think we all are creators at heart. And yeah, I'll see you guys on next week's episode of Lifting and Life Lessons. Thank you so much. If you guys are loving this content, please, please, please hit the subscribe button. Let me know in the comments what you like about it. And we're going to keep rocking and rolling. Next video, I will try not to do legs. I'll try not to, but if I do, I'm sorry. You're on my channel, so. Bye.